huge plumes of smoke as they were consumed by raging flames in the dead of the night. Police suspect a dispute over land could be behind the heinous act. Oh my goodness. Just because of soil, earth, and you will die also and leave it. But I know how bad it can be, when somebody is trying to take your land. It's crazy. Why 12 coins will be placed in Pop's coffin before it's closed tomorrow? Huh? That's a little bit kaudo, eh? Then, are these top candidates for IEBC? Are these the top candidates for IEBC boss? Then you have Anna Madi, Abdulakir, Lorot Ramadan, Charles Nyachai, Erastus Edung, Ethekon. Where's Joy Mudivo? I thought she's the one who performed the best when it came to the interviews. Now Ruto's ally accused Raila camp of blackmail. The bromance is coming to an end. Coming soon to your nearest TV. Scandal of double share deductions. Horror as family of 9 wiped up in arson attack linked to land. Then prison warders mutiny against hiring of cadets. What? The alleged scheme to secretly usher senior officers into service corruptly through the back door. And then we have Envoy's shock account of Israelis in Kenya, cash for kidneys transplant. The Israeli embassy in Nairobi in the last 2 years received numerous reports and handled cases involving its citizens who lost their lives while undergoing illegal martialized kidney transplant in Eldoret. Ooh-wee! Kimeumana! The Israelis are involved in this. Okay, here we have the Star newspaper. Ruto team furious over ODM hostility. ODM officials accuse Kenya Kwanza of betraying campaign pledges. This bromance is being rocked right now. Then we have horror as family of 9 wiped out in arson attack in Siaya County. Then Ruto team furious over ODM hostility. Then the back page of the Star newspaper, you got Gore bury the hatchet. Okie dokes. Now, in a couple of minutes or so, we'll be looking at some of the things that are happening in this country. We'll do a couple of stories, and then later on, I'm going to have a conversation with the gentleman. We need to travel in this country, right? We need to promote what is local. Other people around the world are promoting their local stuff. We also need to promote things that are, basically Kenyan. And that's what we'll be looking at in a couple of minutes as we have a conversation with one of the individuals basically who have some of these institutions. We need to know what is happening in our country, some of the places you can go to visit and travel, take your family, have fun. There are beautiful places in this country where you can do that. And later on in the show, we'll have a discussion concerning that. Just an open discussion, having fun, places you can go, and let's see how you rate them, because some of these places are really, really good. You go out there. You don't have to necessarily go to Mombasa. There are people who've gone to Mombasa for over 30 years. Every holiday, Mombasa, Mombasa, Mombasa. Yet you have beautiful facilities close to you here, and we'll be telling you some of that in a couple of minutes. All right? Let's take a short break, and when we come back, we'll look at some of the stories, and then we go to the interview. All right.
watching EBN TV, transforming your world.
Escape the chaos, embrace tranquility. Welcome to Lukenya Getaway, your serene retreat away from the city's hustle and bustle. Looking for the perfect venue for your next conference? Lukenya Getaway offers world-class conference facilities amid nature's beauty. For full-day conference packages, we've got you covered with seamless service and a productive atmosphere. For half-day package, elevate your event with outstanding customer care and modern amenities. Looking to bond, strategize, and grow? Well, our team building specialists tailor experiences just for you. From fun, engaging activities to top-notch catering, we ensure your team lives stronger and more inspired. And when the day is done, retreat to our luxurious rooms and suites. Traveling solo? Enjoy the comfort and serenity of our single rooms, designed to be your perfect home away from home. On a getaway with family or friends? Our spacious double rooms offer the perfect blend of relaxation and modern convenience for a memorable day. At Lukenya Getaway, we bring you the ultimate balance of business, relaxation, and adventure, all in one place. Book your experience today and rediscover the joy of tranquility.
You are watching EBN TV, transforming your world.
Now, this is a very disturbing story. It's one of those stories that gets you a little bit irritated because there are people who've been taking advantage of the poor and basically making money out of their organs. And then now, as the Israelis are saying, these guys have been doing operations in Kenya, and the Israeli envoy in Kenya says that they have lost a number of their citizens in these operations where people are operated on in Kenya, organ transplant, kidneys, and they die. And so it's a sad situation. And Mediheal group of hospitals yesterday denied these allegations of involvement in global organ trafficking syndicate following a recent investigative report by a German broadcaster. The months-long investigation placed Mediheal's Eldoret facility at the center of the suspicious kidney transplant procedures. Now, according to DW, or Deutsche Welle, some donor claimed they were misled and underpaid, receiving far less compensation than promised for their kidneys. The group's vice president in charge of operation denied the claims, insisting the hospital follows all legal and ethical guidelines as per industry standards, which prohibit it from engaging in commercial sale of organs.
We probably should just mention also that we've issued a demand letter to those German media outlets for false misrepresentation. Lastly, we saw yesterday in some of the media outlets some people, I think mainly donors, saying they feel threatened. We want to say that has nothing to do with Mediheal, and we are happy to cooperate with any institution.
There is a colonial mentality that, unfortunately, I must tell the Kenyan media that we feel sad when the Kenyan media has also somehow been dropped into that idea that why will one German patient, who we understand now is actually suing the media outlet in Germany for falsehood reporting.
We are the only one in Africa and very few in the world. We don't open court because kidney is behind, not in the front. we do keyhole surgery, laparoscopic surgery. So both donor and recipient. So the minimal invasion, less blood loss, less post-operative complication, post-operative recovery is fast, and
well, it's a sad situation. As you know, as Mediheal's officials are saying that if you look at the nation, it says envoys shock account of Israelis in Kenya cash for kidneys transplant. He's talking about how those they have kidneys have. Israelis have lost their lives in the country, and he says, to be honest, we don't know how many Israelis have been affected. We have lost count. The ambassador says. So that's Israel saying that they have lost count of the number of Israelis that have died in Kenya during these Mediheal organ transplants. So it's a tricky bit, huh? Well, detectives are camping at a church in Rongo, Migori County after 2 congregants died while 57 were rescued from the compound. Now, police say the 57 people who were rescued refused to be treated at a local hospital where they had been taken for attention. They are being detained at a local police station while weak as police consult on the way forward. Police were on Monday informed there was a body lying at the church in the Kanyandedio sub-location East Kamagambo location. Before rushing there, the team found the body lying on the floor of a prayer room within the church compound. Now, according to police, the body was fully covered in a white robe and wrapped in a gray sheet at the time.
Ningesema kwamba kuna watu wawili ambao wamepoteza maisha, lakini chanzo cha kupoteza maisha tuwezi kusema sahihi because there will be postmortem. So tutangojea mpaka postmortem ifanywe ndio tujue nini kimefanya wakapoteza maisha.
Situation occurred, the chaos occurred. My father has not been feeling well because of the wound he had on his forehead. So from that day, he has been suffering of headache, because even that day, you were here with us seeing him. I think there are some of you who took the photo, how they were injured. So even the police officers requested him to be taken to the hospital, but he did not accept. He refused. He said that he has strong faith, he will be okay, his Lord will heal him. But from that day up to yesterday, he was well, walking. So yesterday in the morning, he called me and told me, my child, we are here with you. I'm the one who has been here with you. Protect my body from the outsiders. Don't let my brothers come and take out my body outside this compound.
Kabisa, mwenye ananiuliza, ulikuwa hapa. Na hata mliwauliza, unataka kwenda hospitali? Wakasema imani yao inatosha. Na kama ni kifo, Mungu amejua, hiyo ndio njia yao ya kuenda mbinguni. Sasa mnataka sisi tulazimisha mtu, lakini amejua imani yake na ameshika imani yake.
Hawakuwa wagonjwa.
Hawakuwa wagonjwa, walikuwa wazima. Nyinyi mliwaona. Mliona kama kunayo mgonjwa kati yao.
So when we approached them within that premise, even them, they were not aware that somebody has died here. Even the church members had actually not even informed them that somebody has passed away.
Now, if you listen to those ladies, you know, mostly so the fast. This is an educated woman. It's not some, you know, crazy lady out in the street. It's an educated woman who obviously went to school, learned well, but still deceived. I keep on saying, Luke was a doctor. Luke was a physician and treated people, believers. So go to hospital and get healed. Get treated. It's God who heals, but when you're given the medication, go and get checked. Go and get checked. So that's a life that has been lost that would have easily been sorted out in hospital. Anyway, choices have consequences. But some of these in quote churches, these guys need to be taken in. I mean, anyway. Kenya has signed a multi-billion shilling agreement with China during President William Ruto's visit to the economic powerhouse. According to documents seen by EBN TV, Kenya secured over 126 billion to actualize key projects under the government's bottom-up economic transformation agenda. This will see 32 billion, or around 41.4 billion secured for manufacturing, around 55.6 billion for agriculture, and 29.7 billion shillings, and a 30 million or 3.8 billion deal was handed to first-time investor Shandong Jialegia Agriculture and Animal Husbandry Technology Company. They have identified the 100-acre plot in Kajiado County where they plan to invest a chicken farm with a stock of 500,000 hens with the potential to create 500 jobs. The visit is President Ruto's third to China since assuming office in 2022. Previous visits were in October 2023 for the Third Road Belt Forum and in September 2024 for the Forum on China-Africa Cooperation, or FOCAC.
We have invested in the construction of factory buildings covering an area of 100,000 square meters since last year in Ash River Export Processing Zone. All the factory buildings have been leased to 4 government factories. The first factory has been put into production, and the other 3 factories will start operation within this year. More than 15,000 jobs will be created by our investment. Our 3 years investment experience in Kenya proves that it has a very bright future to invest in manufacturing industry in Kenya. We will continue to increase our investment in Kenya and support more and more Chinese enterprises to invest in Kenya. We are confident that we will create more jobs in Kenya and do believe Chinese investors will succeed in investing in Kenya.
I invite Chinese investors to explore a wide array of opportunities and priority sectors in Kenya that are ripe with opportunity. From manufacturing, we offer promising prospects ranging from textiles and pharmaceuticals to electric mobility and construction materials, all supported by Kenya's expanding industrial base. In agriculture and agro-processing, where our rich agricultural base offers a double-digit return on investment. Our ICT and BPO sector, housing and construction, tourism, creative economy, mining, and blue economy are other sectors that have wide-ranging opportunities for investment. We offer a balanced portfolio of sectors for all of you to consider. With our strategic location along global trade routes, as part of the Belt and Road Initiative, we offer world-class connectivity that augments the business ecosystem on the African continent and beyond, offering investors a natural entry point into Africa's next wave of industrialization, innovation, and cross-border trade.
Oh, so they've said the Chinese company will come with 500 chicken and they will create 500,000 jobs. So 500,000 chicken, 500,000 jobs. So my simple mathematics tells me that each individual will be taking care of 1 chicken. Former Migori County Governor Okoth Obado has defended himself in the case where he was found to have a case to answer in the murder of the late university student Sharon Otieno in 2018. He stated that he had been transparent with his wife about their affair and had already taken steps to end their relationship before Sharon's death. According to Obado, Sharon had agreed to move into a rental house while waiting for her house to be built, a transition she was reportedly comfortable with.
Now I got the number for XYZ. I called him.
So Mbadi called Mbadi on different things, and then he told you there was a media personnel who wanted to.
Yeah, so I called this guy and I gave him an appointment.
Wow. Now, two-time presidential candidate Mwalimu Muhammad Abdu Badida is a free man after serving a 3-year jail term in the United States of America. Dida was expected to leave the facility on the 3rd of April after he was initially sentenced to 7 years. However, he was released on parole. Being released on parole means a prisoner is conditionally released from prison before their sentence is fully served to serve the remainder of their sentence in the community under supervision. According to the records from the Big Murray Correctional Facility in Illinois, Mwalimu Dida walked to freedom on the 3rd of March, so he will offer philanthropy services for the remainder of his sentence in the United States. Dida had been held at the correctional facility since the 18th of November 2022 after he was found guilty of stalking and intimidating his American wife in the Midwestern U.S. state. Court documents indicate that Dida violated a restraining order when he entered an area deemed off limits under U.S. law. Oh, poor Dida. He went to the States. The laws in the Western countries, and mostly so the United States, protect the woman a lot. And so, you know, I have seen people coming back to Kenya with nothing because they went to the States and, you know, the woman just made allegations that the man wanted to hurt her. And as a result of that, maneno inaharibika. You're arrested, you're charged, and deported because of the allegations that are being made by your wife. This can be a very traumatizing situation for people there. But as we say, what do? Man's got to do what a man's got to do, they say. 9 family members have lost their lives under mysterious circumstances in Ugunja constituency in Siaya County. This is the story I was telling you about. After ward authorities termed a case of suspected arsonists who burnt their house during the night. The incident left the residents of Upanda village in Sigomre in shock after they woke up to discover that the entire family had been wiped out under unclear circumstances. The tragic incident claimed the lives of all 9 family members, a man, his wife, and their 7 children, with 4 of the victims burnt beyond recognition. Among the deceased were a Form 4 student at a local day school and a 6-month-old baby, raising a lot of questions. Neighbor linked the horrifying act to an ongoing land dispute involving the family and a neighbor. The child bodies have been preserved at the Siaya County Referral Hospital mortuary pending post-mortem examinations.
Ilikuwa saa 6 usiku na nilikuwa nimeamshwa na harufu ya petroli penye nilikuwa nalala. Nikaamka nikapata nyumba imewakishwa moto na nikaenda kusaidia ndugu ya bosi wangu kwa vile mimi nafanya kazi hapo. Lakini kufika nilipata moto bado haikuwa imeenea sana, nikapiga nduru lakini watu hawakutokea. Nilipiga nduru kwa dakika 10 lakini hakuna mtu ambaye alitokea. Sasa watoto walikuwa wanalia na juu walikuwa wamewasha moto kwa mlango na wakaongeza kifuli kwa mlango, hawangeweza kutoa kifuli. Sasa moto iliwazidi.
Yule mwenye ambaye ametenda ile tendo, tunashindwa kama kwa kweli alikuwa na utu, ama hata kama ni nini ya ambacho alifikiria, ama hawa watu ambaye wamekufa mpaka watoto, kuna mpaka mtoto wa miezi 6. Sijui ni deni gani ambaye amekuwa nayo, ndio walikuwa na wadai mpaka akaona tu aweze kuteketeza mpaka innocent people.
Kulingana na vile alikuwa mjomba huyu, yani shemeji ya bwanangu, dadangu alikuwa amekufa, na sasa alikuwa anasafirishwa kutoka Nairobi akiletwa hapa nyumbani. Alipewa shamba kiasi kidogo, lakini alienda akachukua shamba kubwa eka karibu 2. Sasa wamekuwa.
May the individual who did that have no peace whatsoever, and you will not get the land you, if it's true it's a neighbor who wanted a piece of land, you'll not get it because you will spend the rest of your life in prison. You've killed 7 people, you've murdered 7 people, and so this is premeditated. That's basically what it is, and may you have no peace. Now, a section of Kiambu County MCAs led by Majority Leader Godfred Musheke has strongly accused the National Assembly of fueling divisive politics to hold development projects initiated by Governor Paul Kimani Wamatangi. In a press briefing outside Kiambu Assembly, the MCA stated that they understand the game plan from the National Assembly leadership to harass Wamatangi, a move they have vowed to not sit down and watch. They have now called upon the Senate to boldly defend devolution by accusing the National Assembly of sabotaging county governments contrary to the 2010 Constitution.
Kwamba sisi hatuko tayari kwa mambo ya vita ambazo zinaendelea kwa kaunti yetu. Tunaomba tupewe nafasi ya kuhudumia Wakenya, wananchi wetu, kama vile tuliwaomba wakati tulikuwa tunaomba kura, na kwamba sisi tuko tayari kusimama na hii serikali yetu, hata kama ni kwa mambo gani tutasimama nayo, tuhakikishe ya kwamba watu wetu tumewapea matunda ya ugatuzi kama vile tuliwaahidi. Sema bila aibu ya kwamba tunaomba ya kwamba isikuwe ni Kiambu peke yake ndio kutakuwa na hii michezo. Juzi na kama wabunge tumekasirika sana. Tumeona wabunge wa sehemu zingine, na nitawataja kwa majina kwa sababu waliongea kwa runinga zetu, Mheshimiwa Osoro na Mheshimiwa Junet Mohamed, wakitusi, wakiingililia mambo ya uongozi wa kaunti yetu, na tunaomba wa concentrate na kaunti zao. Pia wao kuna kaunti ambazo wametoka, kwa hivyo waachane na kaunti yetu, na wale ambao wanawatumia wabunge wa hapa kwetu, kwa sababu tunajua wale wabunge ambao wanawaingiza kwa siasa ya Kiambu. Tunaomba tafadhali kuweni tu na utu kwa hii miaka 5. Tulipoteza miaka 5 ya ugatuzi between 2017 and 2022. Tafadhali kuweni na utu na muweze kuheshimu wa Kiambu, wana Kiambu, ya kwamba tuwapee huduma ya miaka 5 bila na pahali serikali kuu inaingililia. But of course tunajua there are some individuals ambao si mara ya kwanza kuingililia uongozi wa county, na ndio tumeomba watuweze kutupea nafasi tuweze kuhudumia raia, tuweze kuwapea huduma ambayo tuliweza kuahidi wakati tuliomba kura zetu.
Now, if Kiambu MCAs say, you know, that National Assembly is targeting their governor, if the EACC's report is anything to go by, they found 13 million shillings in the home of the governor. So where did that money come from, and what was it doing in the house instead of the bank? Swali mzuri, sindio? Now, Mombasa Governor Abdul Somad Nasir has been directed to issue a comprehensive report within 7 days on the county's education plan and budget. The directive was issued by the Senate Education Committee, which faulted the county's education management amid grim statistics showing that 80% of students do not make it to tertiary institution. 80%. The Senate Education Committee Chair, Senator Betty Montet, reiterated that the committee is keen to understand the budget set aside towards supporting vocational colleges in the wake of the shocking statistics. In his defense, Governor Nasir said he had plans to teach the youth skills through Skills Mitaani program.
That is one of our greatest concerns because, as you all are aware, it was also one of the biggest issues brought up by the Gen Zs last year, and that's why we are following up, and I'm sure we're going to advise the government if more needs to be done, then it should be done so that at least we take care of the Gen Zs, because you can imagine as we were asking the governor, where is the 80% of those who did not make it to the university? So every county has to be very, very, very careful, has to really know what to do. And as I said, I'm satisfied with this county, and I think the government has done, and this county has done enough and is doing enough. We're looking forward to looking at their future plan. We're expecting him to give us a plan so that when you look at it and compare with the other counties, then that way I'll be able to give you an answer. Otherwise, I can comfortably say that the governor is working hard, the governor is doing well for now, but we still expect more from him.
And this is why I was saying that the program that we have, which is the Skills Mitaani, which will be done prior to this financial year finishing. It will include people being given necessary skills, and not just the skills, thereafter given financial literacy, and thereafter as well to be equipped. So if you're someone who has proved to us that we paid for you for your baking, and you prove to us that you can actually be able to attend, and you're, many factors that are going to be there. After you've been given your certificate, you're also going to be given necessary equipment to be able to assist you on the same. It's something that we've even already budgeted for. We're waiting for that law is with the Assembly, the Stawisha, but for this one, we are hoping to get it done prior to this financial year finishing.
Senator, member of this committee.
Haya, namna hiyo. All right, in a couple of minutes we'll have a conversation about, places in Nairobi and in Kenya that you can go visit. We have beautiful places, beautiful facilities, and we're encouraging people to visit these places. Local tourism, as we try to help President William Ruto, as he's getting the credit and loans uko nje from the Chinese. At the same time, we also do our bit, visiting places, sampling some of our some of the institutions that have been set up for you and your family, where you can go have fun. And some of these institutions, by the way, you go there and there's no booze, meaning you can take your family, you enjoy, your stay in a place, in a very serene and peaceful occasion, kind of like in the wild, but not in the wild. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you're away from the hustle and bustle, unajienjoy, and you're having fun. I'll be giving you and telling you more about such institutions and the importance of you visiting your country. All that in a couple of minutes.